Hello everyone, welcome to Cursed on Late Night Gaming, here on Thanksgiving. Well, it's Thanksgiving if you're in the US. I'm not in the US. I am an American, but I am not in the US. I'm living in Canada currently. So there's no Thanksgiving here. But I know for most people there is in the States there, so. And I don't get to be a part of it this time, so. I thought today I'd go around and use my little special trick. I made a video about to kill some turkeys and maybe get this all the Thanksgiving items before time runs out. I'm not going to do the dodo thing, the dodo rex thing, because you know it's it's not worth it. Because what do you get it for, like 30 minutes or something? Who cares, you know? On a bit of a different note here. So this is Dino Storage mod. We don't use the cryopods here because they're a pain in the butt. Dino Storage mod works just like Pokeballs. You pick them up and throw them down and pick them up again. There's no bonus, there's no penalties or recharging, or they just work. Which, if you're going to give the player base something cool, why not just make it work? Why do you have to complicate things with recharging and stuff? So I'm going to go out here. We're in Valguero on our cluster server, and I'm going to go take a look at finding some turkeys. Usually they're on the beach over here. Oh, just in time for it to get... What time of day is it, by the way? Totally off the subject of Thanksgiving and off the subject of ARK, in fact. I just wanted to make myself feel better by doing a little bit of a rant, if you don't mind, if you give me the time to do it. I don't know if people know or not, but I work in the game industry. Not at Wildcard. I have nothing to do with this game whatsoever. I just enjoy it. And I try to keep my job separate from the stream. You know, because I just want to enjoy the game. I don't want to talk about the technical stuff of it. I just want to... Generally, I just want to play the game, enjoy it, stream it, share it with others. But right now, I just wanted to complain a little, and I know I'm just complaining to the void because nobody watches my stream. Let's be honest. But get this red drop before it goes away. But I just wanted to say, for those, maybe some people are thinking about maybe in the future someday working in video games. I just want to... Hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah, what void? Thanks. I know some people they consider video games kind of the dream job. This is the job that everyone wants to be a part of. But it's got drawbacks, and I just wanted to complain about a big one. If you don't mind. Thanks for following me, by the way. That was nice. Manta saddle, just what I didn't ever need. So the thing I wanted to complain about is when you work in the game industry, you kind of have to move around a lot often, and what that means is, you know, it's a fast-moving industry, and you often have to go. You work in a company while they'll have a layoff. Often, it's a pretty common procedure. Is company will do a layoff and get rid of their excess people because they've hired too many to push a game out the door, and then you have to find a new job somewhere. And very rarely, unless you're living in LA or Seattle or something like that, very rarely is there another game company in the town or city you're working in. So that means packing everything up. And no matter how secure, I found, no matter how secure you think your job is. There's always a chance that there's a layoff or something happens where you have to pack up your stuff. So what that means is that you can't really lay down roots anywhere. Now I can understand that for things like plumbing or electrician or construction or industries where you have to be at that place where they're doing the thing they're doing. But for the game industry, there's really no excuse for this. Developers have no problem doing co-dev with people, and or companies. And what that means is that, like for instance, one company will do a single player, and another company will do the multiplayer at a different town, location, studio, somewhere else, and that's always fine. They have no problem with that. But when it comes to working remotely with an individual, those roles are impossible to find, and these days there's just no reason for it. You can chat through video conference, you can do work and send it over the internet, you can have secure computers, and there's just no reason that people have to pack up their whole lives and move somewhere else just to have a job that will eventually end and you have to do it again. So and that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. I want to change roles, and that means leaving Canada, and that means the rest of my family can't move with me. So that means I'm gonna be single or again or something. It's just not cool. And in the past, I could see that as a problem or as a thing that had to happen, but these days, no, it doesn't have to happen. So that's my rant. I'm just at a point where I need to make a move, and I don't want to do it. Hey, I'd rather just be a YouTuber. Let's just make my Twitch channel popular, and I don't have to move at all. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it. Just me complaining. I know everyone wants to work in games, and I'm a lucky person, but there are downsides. So anyway, today I wanted to kill some turkeys because it's Thanksgiving in some places. And I've got a few of the items, but I don't have all of them. Let me level up this guy, give him some more. Oh my god, 8. Yeah, I know. Nobody thinks of it really, and most people think, well, you get a new job somewhere, you got to go there, but really these days you don't have to anymore. There's no reason you have to. And I'd say the main reason they do it is because it's an extra kind of pain in the butt for them. They have to like deal with someone remotely, and they can't watch over your shoulder and see what you're doing, and you have to trust the person that they have a work ethic. But really, if it's not working out, get rid of them. You know, if there's a remote person and they aren't getting things done, then obviously it's not working out, and you need to get rid of those people. But I don't know. Anyway, I could complain about it all day. Let me 7. That's one thing about using this dino storage mod. The dinos inside continue to gain levels. I don't know what from. Maybe just from being in your bag and you doing things, but kind of cool. I now have so many. Let's dump it all into. So here's a great way to get these stinking annoying turkeys. Hey, are you kidding me? He can reach me? Alright. Come on. Am I out of stand? Yeah, I am. There's a second way to do it with a Velociraptor, but it doesn't work great with 2. Back here. He'll come back. Here's the other one. Yeah, I think it does share XP. Which, since you're not really using them, it's a little cheaty, but hey, it's a mod. What do you expect? There's one. Now, since it's, we'll go ahead and do it the other way for these. Ta-da! No, he can't hit me. Wait for my standard regen. This only works with the Volanosaur for some reason. Okay. Really great method. Every time you see a big number, it's a headshot. Which for some reason, I don't know if you've noticed, when you attack these with your high damage dinos, their damage is completely nerfed. Just because they're a super turkey, I guess, but for this secondary attack, it doesn't seem to nerf it so bad. I don't know. Did it leave? What? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Done. 2 wishbones. Yeah, I don't know about these events. Can the turkeys teleport? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it go, did you? It was just gone. I don't think they're supposed to. I can't imagine ARK has bugs. I mean, it's such a solid game. This game has no issues. Yeah, I made this Volanosaur specifically for killing turkeys. So at the end, he's going to be like that little robot in Rick and Morty. What is my purpose? You get butter. So are you guys celebrating Thanksgiving today, or are you from UK? I usually have lots of people from UK visiting my streams. Not at the same time, one at a time. Since I'm in Canada, since I'm an American in Canada, I don't get to celebrate Thanksgiving. In fact, my girlfriend is Ukrainian, so she doesn't have any clue about Thanksgiving whatsoever. Yeah, that's the same in Canada. Everyone's into Christmas already. In fact, it's so weird because, quite frankly, the minute October starts, Halloween, we're all thinking about Halloween, but they're already setting up for Christmas. So it's weird to go into the stores for Halloween stuff. And And you already see Christmas stuff in the shelves. This thing is so strong. But nothing beats a raptor. Aren't raptors ridiculous right now? Oh my god, I wish they would change that. It's just crazy. There's literally nothing you can do. If they get near you, they jump you. It doesn't matter what the situation is. You can do... I used to be able to avoid them. Like, when they run up to you, do like this jump, and just before they get to you, and you could avoid getting pounced on, but they took that away. You can't avoid it anymore. It's just a fail. Alright. So kind of thin on the turkeys out here today. Uh-oh. There. I should check just to be sure. Are you on passive? No, good. Get jumped by a raptor and he stands there watching while I get eaten. Ah, there's a turkey. Sounds like more than one. Yep, there's one right there too. Alright, let's see if we can find a good rock. And if I can walk up here, so can they. There's 3. Uh-oh. This could be a problem, actually. Or not. Yeah, they brought back a fear of raptors, that's for sure. Without a doubt. I mean, to be honest, if you're a high-level person, you're not gonna die from it. It's just like really annoying. Often you have to fix your armor. Oh, you turtles are just not cooperating. It's just really frustrating when you have a kind of an OP dino build and raptor comes along and pounces it and it's laying on the ground all helpless and you're like, what? What? Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Especially since it said the entire title I typed in. We're missing a turkey. Where did it? Okay, let me grab this bag here. Hello, hello. There. Did it? Come on. Feels weird. I hope the server isn't gonna crash or something. It was like I was clicking on it, it wasn't going. Huh. Yeah, well, if someone takes control of my channel, maybe they can do a better job. Yeah, there was 3 here. Now there's just 1. Yeah, I mean, I stream a lot. And if you go onto YouTube, I've got all my past streams. I just upload them. And to be fair, people on YouTube don't want to watch an hour plus of someone playing ARK. And I don't take the time to edit them because my girlfriend pointed out that it takes me hours to do it, and she's like, "Why are you doing this? Nobody watches them." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right, you're right." So I just dumped them onto YouTube, and there's like hundreds of videos over there, and I don't know. I don't get popular from it, so people don't seem to watch them much. That's okay. I don't really do it for that. I mean, I just feel like if I'm gonna play, I might as well try to stream it. So yeah, I agree. It's just it's easy to turn them on and listen if you're. I'm baffled where those turkeys went. It's easy to turn them on and listen if you're doing something else at your computer. But yeah, nobody has time for that stuff anymore. But yeah, I used to edit them down into nice little 30-minute YouTube clips and go through all the footage, cut out the dead stuff, and then my girlfriend's just like, "Why are you're doing it all the time?" Seriously, where did those turkeys go? Yeah, I think they do. I know there's that silly runaway thing where they start fear running and then come back, but usually they come back. Is he stuck on a rock somewhere? Usually you hear them gobbling or something. Okay, this is just for... You just need to do that. Those things are just jerks. Okay. Maybe it's underneath in the aberration biome. It fell through the world. You know, I have never been in that undersea ocean that's here. The idea of it terrifies me because there's no. I heard there is no oxygen. There's no like surface to go to if you get into a bind or something. You are just dead. Sounds like a great way to lose all your stuff. And there's another one. And I'm not certain what exactly is down there. Are there mosses there, or plesiosaurs, or? Okay, I can't go up here. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, it's a big giant ocean that has the big water dinos in it, and there's no air. It's just like a pocket of ocean. Okay, now we've got an extra turkey. This turtle's coming to help. I heard another one too. There. The recruitment these things have is really annoying. Damn. But I've heard people say on Twitter, they're like, "Oh, these super turkeys are giga killers." Maybe they were once. I can't see them killing a giga right now. Come back. back. Oh, there it is. That'd be pretty lame, wouldn't it? You'd have a Giga and it dies from a freaking turkey. That's something to be proud of. Oh boy. Slow goes. Egg. Turtle. Yeah, true. If it's passive, anything can kill it. That's true. I usually don't leave my stuff on passive. I've watched so many videos of people that leave their stuff passive, they die, and then that's the end of their stuff. But on the other hand, it can backfire on you. But yeah, I don't tame Gigas. It's for that reason exactly. Once they go, even it used to be, I think they've toned it down a bit, but it used to be even if you walk off a cliff and they take a little bit of fall damage, they lose their temper and kill you. And it's just like, who has time for that? And then when you looked at the stuff coming from Genesis, the expansion that they're coming out with here shortly, there's that cute little creature that looks like a little fuzzy cute thing and turns into a big giant werewolf with 4 arms. That thing apparently has the same mechanic where if it gets upset with you, it'll turn on you. And I don't know, I just don't find that fun. I mean, what's the point in going to all the work of taming something just so it can turn and kill you? I don't get it. I saw that and I'm like, oh, this thing's so cool, and then they said it's going to get big and then it's going to beat the crap out of you. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm not going to tame that. Because why do you want something that could potentially go crazy and kill everything in your... I mean, you go in and you... Let's say you breed it and you get all these high stats and you get it mutated, and then you get this super OP version of it, and then it goes crazy and kills everything in your base. Like, no thanks. I don't know, the ARK devs are interesting people. They have kind of weird ideas. I don't know. Sometimes it's just like, why did you do that? But their design focus is very, 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 very PvP. I mean, they of course are fine with they make some stuff for single player in mind, but very rarely. Their focus is PvP. They have this imagination or this image of how people are going to play the game, and I've seen that with a lot of devs. They have this idea in their head of how Blizzard's one of them. That they have this idea in their head of how this game is going to be played, how their game is going to be played, and if you play outside of it, instead of embracing it and going, oh, we didn't think of that, they often kind of make it harder to do it that way. I don't know. I don't find ARK to be very PvE or PV or single player. Oh, come on, I just saved you. You're gonna attack me? I don't find ARK to be very friendly towards... I mean, if you even just look at the timers of things like taming something, or if you go with the vanilla settings, oh, single person can't do that. It's ridiculous. The timers are just too crazy, so you have to, of course, crank them to make it doable for just 1 or 2 people. Like my tribe here, on our cluster server here. We've got 2 other people, and it's just, and they don't play enough for me to accomplish much. So we really have to turn the timers just to make things doable. Don't ask me what those numbers are. I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, one of the cool things about this is like mutating stuff, yeah? And if you keep the vanilla settings of how things breed and grow and then are ready to breed again, it's just crazy how long it takes. Go away. I kill them all, and then still there's one. Pretending to be a dodo. I thought it was a dodo. Skyhorse. I'm more worried about what was chasing it off the cliff. Probably nothing, okay. We'll just... Yeah, and that's why single player does get really boring, and that's why I created this other series. It is a single player series, but it's... I don't know if you've seen it posted, the Insane Island series I've been making. I put 50 plus mods in there. Basically, I just go in and just dump mods in, and it takes an insane amount of time to load. It's like 40 minutes or something, and there's a lot of running things. And it's very crashy, of course, because of all the mods, but it like brings back interest in the game again. You're not taming the same things, and oh, there's another parasaur, and you know. I love running around in there because I'll see things I don't even know what mod it's from, because that's when you do a mass dump of mods. I was like, I don't know what that's from. I don't know what it is. Like yesterday I was in there and I saw kind of a, I would call it an owl bear. It was like a megatherium with the head of an owl. And I was like, oh my god, it looks so cool. And I went over next to it and it attacked me and just about killed me because it's got modern damage, which is like insane. Insane jacked up damages. You just never know. It kind of brought fresh life into the game again. Yeah, that's true. And we've only got a few mods running on here, and most of them are building mods. And the other tribe mates often complain, they're like, it takes so long to load. It's like, well, I would say we have 10 mods on here. And I think all of them but 2 are building mods. But yeah, they complain about it taking so long, so. And it's doubly bad if you don't play a lot, because then you have to update everything. Come on, turkeys. I haven't seen them spawn in Valguero here anywhere but on this beach. They say that they spawn wherever dodos spawn. Whoa. But, to be honest, I don't like Brontos, because the island I live on, have my base on over there, spawns Brontos and they stomp all over the place. You can't hear anything, and then you see tails going through your buildings. So I set the server to spawn dodos instead of Brontos. So everywhere you see a dodo could be a Bronto. It's a little cheaty, I guess, but it was just so annoying trying to like have a base and then there's like a Bronto stomping through the center of it. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, they. I guess the Dodo with the power of the Bronto. That's the Dodo Rex. Plus, don't Dodo Rex have fire breath? I think they also have fire breath. And in this Thanksgiving mod, well, yeah, it sucks if you want a Bronto, but I installed the ARK Editions mod. Um, and the ARK Editions mod has those big brackies. And they are better than a Bronto any day. If you can tame one of them, they are a death machine. They're giant and can carry everything, and I've seen them one-shot Rexes on here. So they're hard to tame, though. I haven't tamed one because they're so hard. You have to shoot them until they rear up on their hind legs, and then shoot their ankles so that they fall down, and then you can start taming them. I could probably find one pretty easily if you want to take a look at it. Are you familiar with them at all? Because they're really... And the best part is the saddle for just riding it is on their head. So you're way up high. I don't think you have anything valuable, do you? I'll take that. Alright, it's just metal, but still. Well, this mod is done. The guy that made this mod is sponsored, which means he's paid by Wildcard, I guess, to make it. And he's done a really good job. Now, they kind of screwed him a little bit, which was kind of a jerk thing to do. He had his own version of the Deinonychus, I think is the one on here, that is feathered and pounces, and he had it in his mod for a long time. And then they came out with their own version and kind of made his pointless. Wow, you're really blue. And so he removed it. It was kind of a dick move for them to do, but so he removed them and put in something else which is actually better than that. So let's see. So this mod installs. You can do it individually, but it has this Bracky. It has his new, basically like a big Rex. It has a fish, which is just awful, and a turtle, a sea turtle that swims. The fish is lame. Apparently, it's supposed to be a pack animal, so you have to tame a bunch of them for it to be useful, because by itself, it's not that great. And they're really, really, really hard to tame. I had to make an underground taming pen. Here's the Bracky. Yeah, this Bracky is really cool. I want to get one someday, but I need to be prepared because taming it is not easy. Oop. Yeah, the sea turtle's really cool. It seats 4, I think. It doesn't have much power, and the thing I found annoying about it, I've got one over on our Ragnarok world, on this cluster server here. The thing I found annoying is that it eats biotoxin, which isn't always that easy to have. And I don't really like feeding them biotoxin because, you know, it's useful for me, and I hate just giving it to them as food. I don't know if I hit it. It'll one-shot me, but I don't know if I can get it to rear up and hurt anything. Probably not. Okay. I want to see if it'll do the attack. Probably not. I don't want to be on the ground. It's got a huge radius. It would just one-shot me this easy. Yeah, it does make sense. Hey. That's interesting. Didn't know this was here. It's considered inside too. It thinks you're in the house. Huh. That's cool. It's not big enough to do anything with, but interesting. Yeah, and that was the logic behind it too. I believe that's why they picked. Now, I don't know if it's immune to jellyfish attack. That would be nice. I've never actually tried that. They're pretty tanky though, as you can imagine, the turtles, and I think I still have mine on Ragnarok. I don't know if I released it or not. Since we use this dino storage mod, things that I don't use daily, I kind of put in a storage pod and put it in a cabinet. So yeah, I don't want to do it because I'll get killed easily, but it's really cool. They sit up on their hind legs and then do this giant stomp, and it's so great when they're fighting a Rex because it just one-shots the Rex. They're just dead. But these things are so much better than, yeah, kind of playing Pokemon and ARK, but I don't know. I don't battle them. Well, that would be kind of neat actually. But do you guys play Pokemon Go? I still play that. I don't know why. I just wish that Pokemon Go was more like Pokemon, where you use your captured Pokemon to capture the other Pokemon. But you don't. You just throw Pokeballs at it, which is kind of lame. Yeah, so when the saddle is on these, you're way up here. Which would be kind of cool. I want to get one, but from what I've seen, people taming them, you need a really good gun to get them to rear up and then shoot them. But yeah, the place I worked at was a Pokemon stop, so we just sit there. You could even sit at your desk and catch Pokemon. But I don't know. It gets kind of old after a while. I don't know if it... I didn't see anybody trap them. Maybe you could trap it. The drops here on Valguero, I jacked them up a little bit because we were just getting constant garbage. But we still get constant garbage. So I haven't gotten any really good blueprints for guns. We need to really kill bosses to get the good stuff, and my tribe is a little lame when it comes to killing bosses. Yeah, my girlfriend gets really upset because she'll say, "You want to go for a walk?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And I'll grab my phone, and then we'll go for a walk, and I'm just looking at my phone the whole time. She's like, "Would you put that away?" I'm like, "I can't. I'm catching Pokemon." I don't know what it is about Pokemon, not particularly Pokemon Go, but just regular Pokemon. It's that every time a new one comes out, I'm always like, oh my god, I can't believe they're still making this game. So old, and then you play it, it's like, oh, I can't stop playing. Oh, now they do raids? Yeah, I don't get into any of the fancy... I've seen people catching these crazy shinies And I'm like, how did you even find this? And I'm like, doing raids. I'm like, oh, no. You have to go outside to do that. That's one thing I will say about the game that's a bit of a gripe, is that if you're at home or if it's cold or raining or whatever, there's literally nothing you can do. The gameplay's kind of over. So I see that Steam's having that big sale, and so is Epic Games. And I've got my eyes on a few things, but I know if I buy them, I'll play them. And then be completely wasting time I should be doing on other things. Like Disco Asylum looks really good. And Outer Worlds over on Epic Store looks interesting. No, that's my stuff. Yeah, on my Instagram for the channel, I went into one of the posts and said, everyone friend me on Pokemon Go and send me gifts because I'm out of Pokeballs. I got a lot of followers over there. It's like over 2,000. And I had so much stuff. It was nice, but unfortunately, didn't have enough gifts to like give things back to people. So it was just literally me taking and not giving back. You gonna attack me, buddy? Nope. Moss shops never attack. So a lot of the friends dropped off because I wasn't giving back because I didn't hit as many stops. But yeah, and so what I would do is I would just not accept them. So it's like I have all these gifts from people and I just wouldn't accept them because they can't keep sending you more. And I'd just be like, I'm not gonna accept it because I feel guilty. Every once in a while I'll go out and I'll be able to hit a few stops and give some gifts, and then I'll accept a gift and send at the same time. Come on, turkeys. Cripes. Oops, messenger is on. Parasaur? Yep. I always grab them for kibble. There's another one. Jeez, you guys are dropping them like... Yeah, this Twitch streams are so much different than YouTube. It's just, you know, I just jump on, start streaming, and just doing casual stuff like this, which isn't engaging enough for a YouTube video. I still put them up there, but... This is more fun than playing. Okay, who's the owner of that egg? Is that the same horse? No, I think that's a different horse. I wonder what's going on up there. I probably don't want to know. Oh, you are so dying, knowing little pegos. Velonosaurs are so satisfying. Well, that was nice of that bot to say it was going to make me some logos. Yeah, I get a lot of crap because I'm not on a public server. People always say, "Oh, it's lame. You guys are on your private server, and it's not PvP. You suck." And I did PvP for a while, and it was just like endless frustration. You log in, all your stuff's wrecked, all your dinos are dead. So you spend time taming and rebuilding stuff, and then get things situated, try to play a little bit, log out, next day, everything's wrecked, all your dinos are dead. It's just like this repeat cycle every time you log in. I'm like, I just finally gave up. I'm like, you know what? I'm not rebuilding this base. So I built this little hidden spot, which every night I would go into in my wrecked base, and then just put a wall in front of me instead of a doorway. You know, just build the wall in front of you, and so it looked like nobody's there. So I was inside of this destroyed base with all my valuables inside this box, basically, that had no entrance. So it looked like it was just part of the base that was wrecked. And that lasted for a while. I could log in and it would just be, people just thought I gave up, I assume. And then I would just break the wall, go do stuff, and then before I logged out, I'd put the wall back again. And that worked for a while, and finally someone caught on and wrecked everything again. But I was like, I'm not having fun. I'm just gonna do my own server. And really, the ARK devs, they, like I was saying earlier, they envision the game being a PvP game with a big tribe. Even if you play PvP with just a small group or just yourself, you're screwed. It's just not made for that. There's another turkey. Another teleporting turkey. Is there more than one? No. Good damage numbers. Dead. Beat that. That was pretty fast. We got 14. I've been streaming an hour, and we got 14. Yeah, the big tribes, I've never been a part of a big tribe, but I assume it's more like a job. It feels like you've all got work to do. You've got to defend yourself from the dominant, the alpha tribe on the server, or continue being the alpha tribe on the server. It just sounds like a lot of fun is gone, and it's more of a work effort. But that's me guessing. I've never, like I said, never been a part of a huge tribe. I have been, once they allowed tribes to jump between servers, that's when everything really went down the tubes for PvP, though. Because you go and, because it's not just killing, right? Part of the fun is the negotiations and, and the loyalty of your tribe mates and becoming in league with the other tribes. So it's like, okay, well, the alpha tribe's our friend right now, so we're cool, and the other tribes won't. So there's like politics involved. But when you allow these mega tribes to jump servers, I was just kind of this loner on the PvP server that everyone knew, and I was cool to everybody and helped everybody out. So they kind of left me alone. But then these mega tribes come in, and they just pop in the server with their tames and guns, and they would wipe the server. They go around just killing everyone and everything, and then leave. And so there's no revenge there, really. They just come in and just wipe. It's more chores and getting things done and being there for everybody. And But yeah, so this mega tribe came in and they just kind of cleaned it. And I was immune for a while because I built my base in the forest. And if you're flying over on a wyvern or whatever, you can't see my base because of the trees. This was on the island, by the way. And then one of those stinking titanosaurs came in, knocked all the trees down, and because my base was there, the trees wouldn't grow back. And so I was just exposed. And once I was exposed, that was the end. That was done. Everyone saw me, and I was just dead. So people always give me crap. They're like, "Oh, you're not hardcore. You're not PvP." And I'm like, I was there, and I didn't like it. So I guess maybe I'm not hardcore PvP. And plus, when you do any PvP on there, people can see who did what to who, you know, in their tribe log. And I used to do like this passive-aggressive PvP. I'm sure a lot of people do it. It's not unique, but there'd be a base that was too close to mine. I'm trying to like drive the guy out, but I don't want to directly attack him because then he sees it's me and he'll come over to mess with me. So I would just like kite dinos into his base because he built it on the like at the bottom of a cliff, was really kind of a dumb choice. I could just kite dinos over the edge right down into his base, which then he eventually moved because he was just getting rained dinos on him all the time. But anyway, I like PvP or PvE tribe. It's all right. The only problem I run into is that when your tribe's not active enough, like right now, it's just we don't get to do bosses, so you don't get the high-end Ingrams, and it's up to me to just make my own little army of Rexes or whatever to go and kill bosses alone because no one's there to help, and then you don't get the tech tree Ingrams. Yeah, strategy. You just been chilling over here. Are you a good level? I don't have a kangaroo, not that I need one. No, you're not. Velanosaurs cannot swim. Wow. Kind of crazy colors. 108. Yeah, I've been trying to get a the Twitch I can't think of the word. God. It's not a partnership, it's the stage before that. And I can do all of the requirements for that except for having the views that they want to be at least like how many people watching each time you stream, which I couldn't get that up. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen other YouTubers do bosses solo, so I guess it's doable. I killed the broodmother Gamma alone, but I think that's what it says, right? Yeah, Gamma broodmother. But yeah, that wasn't an easy fight by myself. Yeah. And I know some of the YouTubers like, what's his name, Syntac. He's all about the mutations and massive amount of breeding. And that takes a lot of time. Dead raptor. You are tanky, aren't you? I can get this guy for 10 grand. I thought maybe this was the Thanksgiving colors, but I'm not so sure it is. I mean, it looks like a cooked turkey. Is that what they were going for? I just kind of want to go kill big things. I'm kind of tired of turkeys. More hitting. Where you going, buddy? Come on, Stam. Okay. Yeah. Have you ever had alligator? I bet dino tastes like alligator. Or maybe it tastes more like chicken. I don't know, since it's supposed to be a bird. I have tried alligator when I was in, I think I was in Texas. And I'm actually sad to say I've actually, yeah, the bleed. I thought something was still attacking me. I've actually tried turtle too. It was snapping turtle, and to be honest, it actually wasn't bad tasting. Yeah, you're not gonna eat alligator in Germany. That one's cool looking, jeez. The level? 24. Bad. It sounds crunchy. Yeah. It was, you know, it was actually not a very pleasant thing. It was, I was living in the Midwest of the US, and my neighbor, this was out in the country, and my neighbor wasn't really the, I don't know if I'd call him a redneck because he sold veterinary supplies, which, you know, I guess has some education to do that, but like veterinary medicine and stuff. But I wouldn't say he was a redneck, but he would like purposely go out and catch turtle on purpose. I guess purposely is on purpose, and just because he liked to eat them. And so I went over there, and he was out there butchering the turtle he'd caught, and it was a disgusting process because turtles are, you know, not. They're like a kind of in a way like a chicken. Is like once their head is gone and everything, they're still kicking. So he was like well into the process of butchering the turtle, and it was still moving. So it, you know, it wasn't great. But he had some samples of the way it tasted. It didn't taste bad, but it wasn't like I was like, hey, give me an order at turtle. I'd seen enough at that point. I can go over to the redwood biome over here and check out that big scary dino from the mod. Wow, this place is busy. Do the old jump off trick. Okay. Well, this one's even harder to tame. This is from the ARK Editions mod. I can't remember the name of it. And the way you tame this thing, I watched a how-to video, and you have to shoot it or hurt it enough that it goes into a defensive stance. And it's really interesting. It starts like walking sideways at you. And if you're on the saddle, when it goes into a defensive stance, like if you're fighting another player or a dino, it puts you on the protected side. So it's like trying to save you. It's kind of cool looking. But once it goes into that stance, apparently it will periodically roar at you. And when it roars, you have to walk up to its mouth and throw biotoxin down its throat. And you have to do this number of times, and I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. Because to throw something down its throat, you got to get off your mount. So, come on, you know? I mean, I appreciate the creativity of them setting all this up, but damn. Usually you can hear them before you see them. Yeah, I've talked to one of my tribemen. She actually lives here. I think she's up there. I talked to her about trying to tame this one time, and because I don't want to do it solo. It sounds crazy. You'd want to like have one person damaging it. Well, I feel like I'm getting a little framey here. Ooh, Palavia. Thyla. Good Thyla or bad Thyla? Mediocre Thyla. Oops, wrong button. Too late for that. It's kind of cool colors. I guess that was Thanksgiving colors, the Thanksgiving event colors. I brought my Thilo over from Ragnarok. Since we're on the cluster series here, we've got Ragnarok, Crystal Isles, Valgero, and I'm going to add Genesis when it comes around. But we can just jump between the maps, which is nice. Huh, I don't hear any of them. Usually they're like fighting something. They do this like stomp attack, which is really loud. It would be faster to find them on in the air. Yeah, especially here. Yeah, there's her place up there. She built in that. There's a castle ruins there, and she built it up, which was a lot of work, quite frankly, because the ruins aren't great. Want to help me out here? The ruins aren't in the correct metrics to the rest of the pieces. Does that make sense? So, what I mean by metrics is when you're laying down sizes, so like from the floor is like 3 walls high, they don't match. So it's a real pain to lay down things and build from these ruins. And plus, as we all know, the stupid game doesn't consider the ruined floors to be floors or foundations. Can I not get up there? So you have to build foundations on top of the floor, which is ridiculous. Got it. That seemed a little weird, but okay, I'll go with it. Everyone die. Yeah, that's what and I don't know if you saw, but a while back, it was actually like a couple weeks ago, the devs at Wildcards put out this questionnaire, and they're like, we want to know everything. We want to know your complaints and everything, and they actually did. I mean, the questionnaire was... let me deal with this first. Here we go. The questionnaire was actually like, I don't know, really long. It had a lot of questions on it. It's like things you like, things you dislike, and all these details that they wanted to know. So they acted like they wanted to make things better. And that was one of the things I complained about. There was lots of things, but you are not what I want. There. But quite realistically, you know, how many people play ARK, and are they really going to go through all those questions? I have my doubts. I almost feel like it was like, oh, come on. I almost feel like it was just something to pacify people, you know? It was that community dev, that community manager that Wildcard has, which I don't know if you seen videos with him in it. I don't think he even plays ARK. Hey, Jesus. How many microraptors was that? 4? 5, 6? Jesus. Yeah, so if you watch interviews with this guy, he like doesn't know what he's talking about. It doesn't seem like he's just like the devs will say, okay, we're putting in this new dino, and he does this and this, and he'll say, yeah, and that sounded like something that people really been asking for, and we're all really excited. He always has these like generic comments that don't seem to be like coming from like a real concern. I don't know. I just don't see him as like an ARK player. Uh-oh. I don't know if she's got water in her base or not. Yes, she does. She does. I'm gonna go there and she has canteens. Yeah, so here's her base that she's been working on. It's freaking crazy. So much space. Now, I think... Yeah, you hear that stomping? That's that. Let's see here. Nope. This has water in it. Yeah, she put a lot of work into this. I helped her a little bit, but just gathering resources. She built it all herself. And she's got plans, but she recently got a new boyfriend, so, you know, there goes all the plans. I'm always like, why aren't you playing? And she's like, oh, we're doing this and this and this. I'm like, okay. That it down there? Yeah. 2 of them. Let me get a closer look. I don't want to take her mount. I'll get it killed. Yeah. I don't know what she's going to do with all this space, frankly. Especially since the entrances aren't behemoth gates. I don't know. She's going to have to make some sort of outside containment for bigger things. They're down there, right? really cool looking. I like the body style. It's not like chunky like the Rex is, you know. It's like lean. Oh, it's fighting Dimorphodons. Archaeosaurus. Yeah, it's a really nice model. What level was it before I go walking up to it like an idiot? 72. I think I could deal with this. This Velociraptor is pretty crazy. Not coming with me though. Jeez. Here it comes. Yeah, it's a decent amount of damage. Now, if you hurt it enough... Ow. I don't want to get it cornered here. Nice colors, too. If I hurt it enough, it should go in its defensive stance, which is really cool. Come on. Yeah, see, now it's doing the sideways attack. Isn't that cool? He's gotten distracted. Yeah, it's really nice looking dino. And this is the ARK Editions mod. You can download this guy individually, or it's a collection that you can get all of his mods together. But and he's dead. Yeah, it'd be great to get a couple high-level ones and imprint those. I can't imagine they're probably just such death machines when they're all imprinted. You know, this imprinted Velonosaur is nothing to mess with. It is actually really decent because they did such a huge nerf on the Velonosaurs. But when you imprint them, and this one isn't mutated, it's just imprinted, it's still viable. Needs more range. What level is that one? There's two there. That blue one looks pretty cool. 18, 30. Yeah, they're awesome looking. And they're apparently everywhere. Jeez, look at that one. Holy fuck. Wow. With the red. Jeez. Wow. Nice. All right. Drop anything good? Nope. I better quickly get my stuff together here. It's a little cheaty, having a dino in your pocket. And I felt really bad about it until they came out with the cryopods, and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't feel so bad now. Basically, they're letting everyone do it. This is from Halloween. I haven't done a dino wipe in a while, I guess. It's getting dark and I don't want to be in the redwoods at night. They should make you audibly have to say, I choose you, when you toss it out. Yeah, and the holiday colors, I know, like, I keep referring to Syntac because he's kind of like one of the top YouTubers on ARK, but he doesn't, he purposely doesn't, he says he doesn't like the holiday colors because he wants to mutate them and breed them the color that he wants. So, yes, if you got time for that. You got time for that sort of thing. Let's see. Actually, I don't think I was putting that there. Yeah, that's what I feel too. It's great to go and breed stuff and do it the legit way, but it's you know, it's just not realistic. And I think of all the things I've gotten some mutations, but it's not that common because it's such a slow process. And when you're watching his YouTube videos, it's just like, so I'm going to breed for mutations. Cut. Who knows how many hours later? Okay, we've got these 5 choices here, and it's like, okay. When you're really doing it, it takes days, you know? And I think of all the mutations and breeding I've done, I've maybe gotten 2 that had strange colors that weren't, it wasn't like, it's not that common. I got a yellow baryonyx and a blue direwolf. And that was about it, I think. And the direwolf that came out was ironically, do you remember on Extinction, there was a time when they were it had a bug that allowed you to tame the wolves in the cave. So I ended up with a level 500 direwolf. And then bred it and ended up with a mutation from that. So that was pretty crazy. A pink giga, oh my god. Can't imagine a pink giga. Yeah, now this RG here is really nice colors, but they are bred from holiday tamed. They aren't mutated. It's from a holiday tame family, you know. I think this was bred from some original Easter colors. Yeah, a pink giga male named Fluffy. I don't know, Cat. My tribe mate Cat, she's got that awesome castle base up there, but I like my base. It's okay. I like my place on Ragnarok. Was also like this. It's like spread out like a farm. You know, it's not like one place. Just the lights are turned soon. Oh yeah, Chuck and Cheryl, my Shallies. Yeah, pink giga named Fluffy. Um, Chuck and Cheryl made me this. Their kid. This Shally is so much fun. I love this Shally. It's not mutated. It's just imprinted. Oh, don't you hate this? You have to tell the. Now watch this. This is a ARK bug that we all know about, right? Go here and you say, go into it and you level it up. So I'll put point into stamina. It does this, emote, emote, and it stands, right? And then you go over and you go, oh, I'm going to get on it. No, because the game thinks it's still sitting. So you have to say stand up, then you can get on it. It's how long has that bug been there? I would guess since the Shally was introduced. But because this thing is imprinted, it's ridiculously fast. And looks pretty stupid actually running, but it's so... But, let me find something to hit. I think I see an key in here. It's getting dark. So if we do the rock throw... It's just a ridiculous damage number. I can't believe it. I mean, this Shally does more damage than my Wyvern over there. They're super easy. I mean, I wouldn't say they're super easy to tame, but you just use beer and it's a passive tame. And I always put on a ghillie suit. I don't know if it really matters or not, but you don't want them turning on you. But yeah, once you just... So what I do here, since you can't trap them and tame them, with every passive tame on Valguero, this place is an island, right? So yeah, it's an island in the middle of the lake here. So I'll carry the passive tame and drop it off on the island here, and then let it calm down, and it's trapped. It doesn't go into the water usually, and then it starts running around here on the island. As long as I don't leave, it doesn't despawn. And then I can tame it without worrying about something killing it or something else hitting it or attacking it or it running away, or I can just like kind of calmly tame it. So like for the parents of this one here, the Shallies in the barn, I carried them off and dropped them off here, and then just kind of casually did the passive tame. It was so much easier than trying to do it out there in the craziness. It's probably a common thing for people to do. I wish all dinos had a sit down. Well, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I think it's been an hour and a half now. I think I should probably wind it up. And I probably need to do some chores or something. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. It was nice to... usually my streams are just me talking to myself, so when I upload them to YouTube... oh yeah, we could look at the wishbones. That's true. How many wishbones did I get? 16. I usually talk to myself on here so that when I upload to YouTube, it's not just me playing with nothing going on. Yeah, you can make a few things here. Well, the people in England always complain. They say, because I usually do it in the evening, it's usually really late, and that's why I call it late night gaming. And they're always like, "You have the worst hours." Like, oh, sorry. So let's see. I don't have any of the emotes, I don't think. Ah, 25. I don't have enough for an emote. 16? Come on. Oh no, reverse. God, I'm an idiot. 16. We could make the turkey leg club. Yeah, it's a bad time. Well, they said I would usually like stream at about. So okay, let's be real here. I game too much, and we had to set rules in the house so that I would do family time. So I'm usually not allowed to play without people getting upset. If I usually wait until they go to bed, so it's usually like 9 or 10 Eastern time, Eastern U.S. time. So that's pretty late for everybody else. You know. But it had to be done because, yeah, I would basically get up and say, "Hi everyone," and go down to the computer and just not see them again. Yeah. Yeah, it was a problem. Where's the club at? Did I not learn it? And we even restrict it to every other day too, so that's usually my schedule. But yeah, I did learn the club. It's not that useful, I guess. Okay, where is it at here? Let's type it in. Well, and that's why I upload everything to YouTube too, is so that if people want to watch, they can still see the things I've done in the past. But I don't edit them anymore because then I spend all my time editing videos, and then she complains about that too. So, so I just dump the whole full hour and a half or whatever onto YouTube. Okay, we've got wood. I think I've already got most of the hats. I don't have any of the emotes. I don't have the shorts because, you know, who's going to wear that? I'm not going to wear that. I've got the pitchfork already on my hotbar. Now, this is something I don't get. Maybe you guys know the answer to this. You see here, the icons on the stream are black. And some of the icons here, they're black. I don't know why that happens. It's not for me, but it is on the stream. I don't know why. I have no idea. So we'll craft one here. Okay. Nice. It even looks all glistening. Well, sort of. Oh my god. That does look like a super turkey leg. You ever gone to those Renaissance fairs and they have the big turkey legs? They're actually really good. Nice roasted turkey leg. Sound pretty good. I should guilt my girlfriend into, "Oh, I'm missing the US Thanksgiving. We need to have something to make me remember." Okay, so I guess I will sign out for now and try to not and to resist the temptation to get Disco Asylum or Outer Worlds. Because I want to. I'm a little worried about Outer Worlds because I wasn't a big fan of Fallout New Vegas, and that's the company that did it. I felt it was too much comedy, and I just wanted to do like a gritty Fallout game, and it's like kind of funny. So I don't know what Outer Worlds is like. It's the same dev, so I don't know. Looks good. Everyone's giving it good reviews, and then Disco Asylum, everyone's giving awesome reviews of that. So that makes me want to play too. And they're both on sale. Must resist. I've got so many games in the backlog already. So, anyway. Well, guys, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Yeah. Have a good day. And hopefully see you next time. You can follow me on Instagram too. We've got lots of people on there. It's popular. I can't get them to come over here, but they sure like the Instagram channel. It's also CurseTheDawn. Everywhere is CurseTheDawn. Everything except for Twitter is CurseTheDawn1. So, all right. Have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you again. Nice chatting with you. Bye.